Mondays through Fridays, 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. in the newsroom. You can't afford to miss it.
Good afternoon, viewers. It's a pleasure welcoming you on to today's edition of our program in the newsroom, where we illustrate topical issues around us. In the newsroom today, our focus is going to be sports in Osun State, its development, present and past. And to do justice to this topic this afternoon is an astute journalist, a colleague. It's no other person than Tunde Bolatitu of Editorial Desk.
Thank you very much, Sunday. Thanks for having me here. It's been a long time, but thank God, here I am.
You are welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Let's go in memory lane. Sports in Osun State. How will you describe it?
Let's go down the memory lane in the pre-Osun State days. Sports development in this area dates back to the 70s and 80s.
That is in, let's say, in the days of
the days of Oyo State.
Of your state.
Of old Oyo State. To start with, in Osogbo, the state capital, the site where Orisonbari Market, the Sunbari Market was constructed, used to be a mini stadium then, where we used to go and watch football matches. Especially
people within this axis.
Yes.
Because you cannot expect somebody to come all the way from Milan or go from Ikirun.
People come from Ikirun, Ada, to watch football here.
Okay.
The reason is this: the IICC shooting stars of those days of the Mudalawa, Segun Odegbami, Felix Owolabi. Owolabi was yet to be part of the team then. We had Kunle Awesu, Best Ogedegbe, and Zion Ogunfeyimi were goalkeepers. They will come to that. I remember we call it association or whatever then. Then we had Osogbo Nepa trading tackles with them. There we had the likes of Ademola Adesina, Rasaki Fadare, goalkeeper. I've forgotten the name of this, but I will remember in the course of the program.
The course of discussion.
The course of the discussion. The referees will come from Ibadan to come and officiate matches here. And even those of us who had no money to pay for gate fee would have arrived earlier enough, as early as 12.
To get crash.
We will become, we will be ball boys. You know, ball boys who pick balls from the sides. That was what we were then. Watching, because we wanted to see eye to eye the Segun Odegbami that we used to watch on television. And you know, in those days we had the black and white TV. The black and white TV could not do justice to what we wanted.
It's even only some middle class or elites that
have color TV.
Color TV.
Yes.
That even have
the black and white TV,
popularly known as Apotieri.
We used to have
they open like
you see the one they open like this, and the one we will have. You have to turn the channel, and it's a very noisy thing.
That can be best described as a Stone Age.
Yes. So that was the TV through which we used to watch football then. So whenever IICC or any club for that matter is coming to play Osogbo Nepa, we will be there to share our boys to victory. So sport development began since that time. And let me tell you this. We used to have the inter-college football competition. Whenever Osogbo Grammar School and St. Charles are to play, it's always a real battlefront.
Tug of war.
The Demola Adesina used to play for St. Charles. Later, he moved to Osogbo Grammar School.
As a student?
As a member of the football. Yes. He was, I wouldn't know the circumstances leading to that. And we had a lot of good players who would, in fact, when these matches are going on, we will leave our schools as usual. While I was a stepson of the principal of Osogbo Grammar School, Pa J.L. Popola, and as a stepson of the principal, I had to dodge my way so that nobody who lives in the hostel go and tell my people, my mom or my stepfather at home that we saw today, because we were restricted to the confines of the principal's lodge, so we couldn't be part of any football encounter like that. There are matches that were played in the morning on Osogbo Grammar School field. I was a student or a pupil of Christ African Primary School in Adeleke in Osogbo. So I don't know, the fact that I know that a football match is going on there will not make me to concentrate in class. And it was not me alone.
As a sports enthusiast.
It was not me alone. We have like there's a friend called Dakoedo, there's a friend called Roland Ayetigbo, there's another one called Tunde Tonode. We have them like that. Later we reconstituted a team. So if you don't see one, the other knows where he is, because we don't go out at the same time. When we want to go and watch football match, we go as far as Baptist High School there to watch football match. And if the match is to start by 4, we will have left by 1. So we will trek from Osogbo to Ede, yes, just to watch football match. So people of Osun State have been good sports lovers from the Oyo State days, and that is why immediately governor, I don't know the name of the governor who was in charge in Oyo State then, who started the building of the stadium in Osogbo. We had a stadium in Ilesha too.
Before going into that,
yes,
why it's like part of what we are about to discuss. Apart from Adamasingba and Liberty Stadium in the old Oyo State,
yes,
any conscious efforts to develop a stadium here in Osogbo being proposed capital city? You know, it's a region, that is a region in the western, a division. It was a division of the old Oyo State.
Yes.
But the only stadium recognized then was the Liberty Stadium at Ibadan. Later, Adamasingba Stadium. Is there? I think there's no conscious efforts to give us a befitting stadium here, except the day of Oyinlola when he decided to build about 6 stadiums across the state.
Yes, let me start from the days of Oyo State. There was Liberty Stadium, there was Olubadan Stadium.
Yes, there was Olubadan Stadium.
Long before Adamasingba came.
Was the
Adamasingba was Adamasigba Sports Recreation Center.
It was Sports Recreation Center.
But it was the government of was it Oladayo Popola that upgraded it, that started the upgrade before Seyi Makinde. You can see the distance.
Yes.
It was, I think it was Oladayo Popola's government through to the Oluri that started the stadium here in Osogbo. It was built in Ilesha, but that of Ilesha was more utilized because of you see the call for stadium around here was because we had two football clubs in the National League, Division 3, Division 4, not minding the division. We had Osogbo Nepa in the National League, but at the lowest rung of the National League, maybe Division 4. Then came the International Stadium and International Breweries, Ilesha, where we had the likes of Shenwa Shagidigbi, who was captain of Shenwa was captain of the Flying Eagles later. Shenwa still alive, is in Ilesha. Yes, Shenwa Shagidigbi. There's one goalkeeper like this. We have Suji Olagunju, who later played for the IICC and later the Green Eagles then. We had a lot of them.
In the past.
Yes. So when Division 4 were moving to 3, because Liberty United started from Division 4, and it was a very big team with very, very promising players.
Liberty's team was prominent. It won. It later rose to Division 1.
Yes. So because we anticipated that if Liberty United could rise
from the lives,
our teams here, International Breweries football team and Osogbo Nepa could rise too. So that was how the agitation started. Letters flying from here, traditional rulers writing.
They began
that
was informed the consciousness,
yes,
to build a befitting stadium
here
in and around.
So when it was approved, it was a big relief. In fact, Osogbo community contributed
a lot.
The Ilesha community contributed a lot. Then the reason why Ife was lagging behind was that there was a mini stadium at the university, which is now Obafemi Awolowo University. We used to trek because I had my primary, the first 3 years of my primary education in Ife. So, my mother being a teacher, being transferred all over the state then, I don't know what happened to that now. So we will leave our houses to watch football matches at the OAU campus. So, because there was a mini stadium there, the Ife people were contented with that. They will come in a lot of vehicles to watch football there. But in Osogbo, we had our own too was a mini stadium.
Of course.
But it was not even up to the standard of a stadium. It was just a football pitch. And if you look at it, we had everything we should have. The day when Radio Nigeria followed IICC to Osogbo to watch, to beam live, to broadcast live a football match between Osogbo Nepa and IICC. It was a Challenge Cup tie.
Okay, Challenge Cup competition.
And then there have been a lot of noise about Osogbo Nepa being a very good side. The people want to know how good they are. Players came from Ghana to play for Osogbo Nepa. played from Calabar Rovers to play for Osogbo NEPA.
Then what do you think is responsible for that player not to grow as expected?
The players
and
of
the stars, the Osogbo NEPA.
Yes, you see, Osogbo NEPA there are a lot of them made it. Rasaki Fadari, a goalkeeper, was taken from Osogbo to Ibadan. He became goalkeeper for Shooting Stars.
And later...
Yes, that was when a relief was being sought for Best Ogedegbe. And when Best Ogedegbe had that relief, whenever Best Ogedegbe goes to the national side, Rasaki Fadari will be fully in charge. But later it was discovered too that Rasaki Fadari could also go to the national side. And he also was invited. That was when the Shooting Stars authorities had to look inward, getting the likes of Wasiu Adebayo from Ibadan Grammar School, a goalkeeper of a secondary school, the people like Sheyi Oyekami, who is now a pastor, Tosin Adebambo, and many of them like that from the secondary schools to play for the Shooting Stars, especially when the stars are already at the... We used to have people like I've forgotten his name, playing 7. When about Rebami is not around. And they were all playing well. Shooting Stars maintained his name. But Osogbo NEPA, I don't know what really, because the Shooting Stars was jointly owned by Oyo State government and Chief Lake Salami. So Chief Lake Salami will go all out to recruit.
Just to promote
the name of the club, the Ibadan. And the greatest of the greatest matches there used to be during the either National League final or Challenge Cup finals, when IICC and Rangers are facing each other. It was always a very great, tough match. Now, it is then that we hear that so who played for Osogbo NEPA is in Rangers now. It is then, and how do you hear it when the commentators of those days like Tolufato Ibo, Ishola Folorunsho, Ernest Okonkwo, Richard Asuegbu, forgotten this name, Sebastian Ofum. I know their names because I work with some of them while as a student. As a student. I worked with Tolufato Ibo very well, and Eri Akeso, you know. So when they were mentioning it, because before the start of the match, the commentator will mention names and give brief history of their career.
Now we can't do, in the course of this discussion, we can't do without mentioning the name of some prominent coaches, especially the one that belongs to us here in Osun State, the elderly man, Coach Onigbinde.
You see,
how will you react to his
Papa
impact in sports development?
Papa Onigbinde was never a player anywhere. He was just a PhD teacher at George Burton Grammar School. But he has a knowledge of how to coach because it's part of their...
it's part of the...
So, Papa Onigbinde was a contributor to the development of sports here, not directly, because that time he has already become the highest rated coach in Nigeria, if not in Africa. But at least, before the creation of Osun State, it was higher up there. We also have a late coach, Muda Yusuf. Muda Yusuf was the first coach of the national female football team. He was a product of Osogbo NEPA. He played he was there as a player, he was there as a coach. And he was all around. he established the Association of Nigerian Coaches in Nigeria, and they have come to Osogbo to hold meetings. So Papa is late now. Papa late Muda Yusuf. He's from Osogbo here. And we have coaches, people who became coaches from this, from being gate masters of secondary schools, like Coach Alex Awupetu, like Coach one Coach Adebayo. When Oyo State was created, he moved from Osun or from Oyo to Ondo State. Some even were retained in Osun or in Oyo because they are good. And when it's time for retirement, they returned home.
Before we wrap it up on this program, recently the executive governor of the state, in person of Senator Adeleke, planned to give the stadium a facelift. How will you describe this?
You see, for Governor Adeleke to think in that direction, he deserves a lot of kudos. We may not know the value now until when the stadium is completed and the NFF are running around the state
to accredit it
to fix matches. There will be a lot of international matches to be played in that stadium. If when the stadium is completed, if it meets the standard, if it meets the standard of WAFU, of CAF, and of FIFA, there's nothing special in. When Super Eagles have a match or training, they may come to Osogbo. There used to be a mini stadium at the IITA in those days. We call it the IITA. We have another one at Apata, we call it Bembo Games Village. They were mini stadiums. Up to this time they are still, but they are well maintained. That you think they were built just yesterday. So, well, if the governor wants to build a stadium like that, I am sure that he should consider the fact that the name of Osun should appear in the world map of sports, and his name will appear along with it.
As the person,
the
progenitor.
Yeah. So, if the governor want to build a stadium at all, we expect a very standard one, a world-class stadium.
You know the kind of governor we have.
And knowing the type of governor that we have, Senator Ademola Adeleke, I know he may have
always who always conforms to doing standards.
He has gone around the world.
Standard.
One advantage I see in that area is that the governor has gone around the world and has seen big stadia with all the facilities needed. So, and I'm sure by the time the stadium is completed,
to meet the world standard,
I hope it will make the world standard, because making the world standard is it costs a lot. And he's constructing road within Osogbo. He's trying to make Osogbo look better, and it will help the stadium too.
Of course.
Because when the people come from other parts of the country to play in the national league there, because there is no time players don't offend the rules of football. When there is a problem somewhere, that team will be transferred to another place to play their own matches. I am sure there may be a time when Shooting Stars or Akure Sunshine Stars will be
leave their own side.
They will leave their own side and come to Osogbo to play
because of
the offenses they may have committed. So by the time they get here, they may not want to go back to their own place because of the standard. I think he's trying to have 2 football pitches, one synthetic one where the rocks, the grass-like rocks will be, and the one where there's natural grass. The 2 of them are not too different.
The comfortability
of yes,
each.
Yes. So, as I am sure that the governor has been able to scrutinize so well the people who will handle the job, and we have given them specifications.
So the onus lies.
So we are not likely to have a substandard kind of.
The onus lies on the contractor to meet up with
the standard,
with the
specification,
the specification of the stadium.
Yes.
That will give Osun State.
And let me tell you this. Also, people have been watching, have been following sports since the early days of Nigeria independence. Yeah. I have a man, an old man, a fairly old man, who will tell me that he will go from here to Ibadan
to watch football,
and return same night using motorcycle. He will carry somebody at the back and they will go to Ibadan. So I think through the road through Iwo, get into Liberty Stadium, far away at Okado.
To extreme end.
To they will go. Later when they started using a car, excuse me, a Volkswagen Beetle, you will have about 4 or 5 people, they will go and come back. Those people, many of them are still alive. They will be happy to see Osogbo growing into what Ibadan was in the area of sports. It will be a very great fulfillment in their hearts.
As well as a great achievement.
Yes. So it's not that you see this the Osogbo Sports Stadium, which we use up to this moment. If we look at the standard, it is a bit better than the football pitch of a secondary school. Some secondary schools pitch are even better. So if you go to Odashore International School at Iloko Ijesha, you will see what we introduced the school to you is the mini stadium there. But it is privately owned. No government can come there. Well, if the government want to, it will be very, very shameful for a government to go there and say we want to play our match.
That is the essence of having a world-class stadium.
That is it.
In the state, and the governor has.
So I want to commend the government of Osun State for taking the bull by the horns by starting that stadium. And one thing I know about Governor Adeleke is this: when he says work starts here tomorrow, don't doubt it. He will start immediately, and we want to meet the specification. But it's not going to be in a rush. Though he will come there occasionally to see the level of work done.
The normal thing is to go on inspection, see the level of work,
because
the kind of materials used,
at least
whether standard or substandard.
And he has one habit which I like, bringing engineers from all over the country to come and see, come and inspect. For example, the Okefia flyover that is ongoing, civil engineers have come from all over Nigeria
occasionally.
To come and see it. The governor invited them. Please come and see this. Because I don't want to do a job that a shoddy job that people will now talk evil about me years after. So when they now came, those engineers came, they certified it good, and he would always want to put always want them to put their words on paper for the world to see. So the stadium, when it is completed, I am so sure
that it will meet the world standard.
That it will meet the world standard.
Well, viewers, on this note, this is where we have to wrap it up on today's edition of In the Newsroom. Special thanks to the executive producer of this program, Motunrayo Ayibayo, and my guest this afternoon, a colleague, a veteran journalist.
I'm not yet a veteran.
Okay, you know, a nasty journalist, Tunde Bonatito.
Thank you very much.
Until next week, until tomorrow, when we hope to come on board with another topic on this program. My name is Sunday. I can say to you all.
Mondays through Fridays, 3:30